Anyway, so I've been thinking about doing another video, but not playing or singing or stuff, about songwriting. Yeah, because songwriting's like something that people like to do, and it's something that I've been doing for quite a long time. So I think I started songwriting when I was about 13 or 14. It's my first songwriting book. And I just wanted to like chat about some of the ideas and just things that I've sort of learnt over the years with doing songwriting. What kind of works, what kind of doesn't. And just like little hints and tips for doing better songwriting, that kind of thing. So that's what this video is about anyway. The main things that you'll need for songwriting, well, first of all, I'd say it would be one of these, a notebook and a pen. And I probably have a number of these around the house, in handbags, in top pockets, anywhere I can sort of like, when I'm in the mood for writing a song, I'll grab hold of one of my little notebooks, if it's not full, and throw it in my handbag and keep it with me for the day, because most of my ideas for writing songs comes from just like being relaxed and having time to think about things. What you'll need is an instrument of choice, whether your main instrument is piano keys or a guitar, for instance. That's what you'll be wanting to sort of create little melodies. If you've got your guitar, then you can try out some chord progressions, that kind of thing. So have a play around. Different sort of things that will work for you. And it's really just a case of trying things out and seeing what works. Now, these little notebooks, I tend to put the little ideas as they come into my mind. It'll be very sort of like there, and if you don't capture it kind of thing, then you'll forget about it. So that's the worst thing. If you forget your books when you go out and about, or if you're in work and you haven't got your book with you, it's a bit of a pain, because chances are you probably are going to forget what that amazing little gem, that little idea for writing a song was going to be all about. So anything, even like the back of a receipt or something, and shove it in the back of your phone case and then save it for later, and you will find you'll probably like be able to revisit what made you think of that little song idea and then develop on it. So once I've got my little idea on what I'm going to write a song about, then probably what I need to do next is just have a good think about where I'm going to go with the song, and maybe stir up some feelings, some emotions, and then sit down with my pen and paper that evening and maybe write a few lines of poetry, that kind of thing. Or just really sort of like play around with the ideas, the rhythms, the rhymes, that kind of stuff. Just generally see where it takes me. And I'll literally do that for a night. Just come up with a poem, and then I'll leave it there and rest on it, basically go to bed and then leave it. So basically you need to do other stuff, and that was a bird. Just forget about things, just enjoy taking in life, looking at the birds, going for a walk in the park, spending time with your family, and all that stuff that you want to write a song about will be stored up in your subconscious, and that helps create the feel for your song. I feel like you've got to concentrate too hard. Distractions are a good thing, because they help you come across different ideas, which is kind of nice. And anything that is relaxing in the way of distractions is actually a good thing with songwriting. So yeah, if you're one of those dreamers in the classroom, then songwriting is probably a good thing for you. Once you've got your inspiration all sorted out, so you probably spent like a couple of days, maybe a week or longer, thinking about your song idea, then you're going to want to start putting pen to paper, really. So your inspiration, your poem, maybe do like even a little brainstorm. That would really help. So you've got a little pot of ideas that you can go back to. And then what you're going to construct is basically your verse and a chorus. So just concentrate on your verse first of all. your verse can be anything. Just like it could be telling a story, it could be asking a question, that kind of thing. Just something to sort of like grab your listener and pull you into the song. And then once you've got like a couple of verses, then you might start to think about writing a chorus. And the chorus, I find that needs to be something that sort of like summarizes the song. So what you don't want to fall into the trap of doing is making your chorus too much like your verse. No, your chorus has to be kind of your chorus. Sometimes it can be a bit more narrative as a chorus, but sometimes it's better to have it something sort of straightforward, to the point. Sometimes even with a repeat, that kind of thing. That kind of works for choruses. Sometimes you can have a pre-chorus that builds into the chorus, so it's like a bit of a build and you can feel the chorus coming, that kind of thing. You've done your verse and you've got some sort of chorus together, then you might want to look at doing a bit of a bridge or a musical middle eight break, somewhere to put like a bit of a riff, or you build on that melody that is going to hook your listener into your song. So you need a bridge. And then decide on what form you're going to have with your song. So is it going to be verse, chorus, verse, chorus? Or are you going to maybe have like verse, verse, chorus? I mean, I can have sometimes as many as 3 verses in before I even have a chorus, because my song, I'm into writing folk music at the moment, so it would have a lot more narrative and a lot more telling of a story, that kind of thing. So if it's that kind of song, maybe a few more verses before your chorus. If it's a song that's about feelings and emotion, then maybe you're not going to want to say too much in your verses, and you're going to be going into the chorus and it's going to be more about the music, that kind of thing. So it's all that kind of thing that affects how your song is going to sound. With your verses and your choruses and your bridge or your middle eight, then you're going to want to see how the song presents as a whole. So what's going to make it sound better. So sometimes you might decide to have an introduction, and then you might decide to finish with like an outro that would kind of work somewhere, something that like leads you into the song and then finishes out of the song. That might be a good thing to do. Just like trying out different ideas. Bit of a minory feel. Then back to the home note, so just like different ideas, whatever sort of strikes you. But I think it's a hard thing to say with how you construct a song, to make it sound catchy with music. It really is just trial and error. You just gotta take your time and just wait for something to come. And practice with like using different chords and different styles of chords. So the straight chords or open chords or jazz chords. You can get sort of stuck into using different ideas or mixing ideas, like if you're doing something a bit more straightforward and then want to throw in a jazz chord. The Beatles did quite a bit of that, so let's have a look. when I'm like playing around with my guitar, I'll just play around with different ideas and try and lose myself in a bit of a zone, really. And you can't sort of like force things to come to you. You kind of just, it's all a bit of a state of relaxation and seeing what you enjoy the sound of, enjoy the feel. Humming out tunes, and whilst you've got, you know, your lyrics and your poetry in front of you, you might even find that you write something completely different from what you wrote in your poem the night before, but it will put you in that place to get you started on writing a song. I'll spend probably like a good week or so just playing around with ideas like that and just gradually putting it together layer by layer. Like the first night I'll have like a rough idea maybe, and then when you get tired, just drop it and put it away, go back to it tomorrow. You save your little notes on your phone, on your dictaphone recorder. You've got it all there, and then you go back the next day and have a listen, and then sort of, you know, get yourself back in that zone and start building on it again. And then you just find that gradually it'll start to come together in a song. Either will or it won't. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Just like, oh well, I've had to go. And yeah, when it does, then, you know, it's nice, and maybe play it to somebody who you know you can trust to listen and give you an honest opinion. Or but yeah, whatever you want to do. So once you've got your song pretty much in a form, then what you'll need to do next is practice it, polish it up, get like a close family friend or family member to have a listen, and, you know, sometimes they can help you see like little ideas, or if you've got a friend who you do some songwriting with, songwriting partners is a great thing, and you can see like different ideas and build on ideas. It's really good fun. And then once it's ready, then, you know, get yourself out to your folk club or do your YouTube channel and play your songs for YouTube, or go and do an open mic night. But most importantly, just enjoy it and have fun. And there we go. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.